Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. First and 10, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. Jonathan Stewart, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. A shotgun snap for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Now it's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin from 6 yards away. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he goes. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Watson off play action. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Watson on first down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Let's go!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
Here we go, Ohio!
A first down carry now for Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, here's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Back to throw, Watson. And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Novak out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Newton. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Texans offense taking the field again as we start to get toward the end of preseason. Who's it going to be under center? Is it going to be Watson? Is it going to be Savage? What do you see?
It's going to be very interesting to see how it all goes down. Right now, I think Tom Savage has the advantage. He's the incumbent, and he's playing well in the preseason. In fact, he was 8 of 9 throwing the ball against New England, and accuracy is at a premium in the NFL. Deshaun Watson showing flashes, but still learning his way. 3 of 10 throwing the ball against the Patriots, but he did run in a touchdown.
But you know, fans love new shiny toys, and sometimes that mentality can eke its way over to the front office.
Yeah, I think right now Tom Savage has the advantage, but I expect Deshaun Watson to have the job before the year is over.
Come on, let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs.
Come on, let's go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Newton now on second down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Eluding the pressure right. On the right side, this is Miller. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Watson now on second down. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Watson just beating the play clock. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people do.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Right side, caught Fedorowicz. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles Johnson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Novak's kick is good. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, 8.
Here we go.
Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll go down at the 28. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Newton. And he's got room. And avoids the contact by sliding. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Stewart on first down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from the 20. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught. Fedorowicz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, here's Miller. Pushing his way inside the 40. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They keep it with Miller on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Now it's Watson. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Back now at the home of Super Bowl 51, NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Ohio. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Watson now operating from the gun. And he comes back with one complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Come on, let's go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. They'll roll him out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
2nd and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 3rd and long. It's Newton. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Now it's Newton. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee.